Hello everyone and welcome to tonight's iRacing IROC Challenge Series here on 10-4 Broadcasting. Tonight's race is brought to you by Top Notch Creations, R&R Racewear, and Christopher Wally at Edward & Jones. We have a fantastic race for tonight. We're at the Daytona International Raceway as they start their season tonight, and I have to say that I am really excited because they're bringing back some paint schemes that I have not seen in a very long time. A lot of you may remember the IROC series back in the 90s where everybody kind of ran the same car, same setup, and some fantastic racing would happen across drivers from IndyCar, NASCAR, and they would all compete around the country at different tracks, which, by the way, is going to be coming back under Tony Stewart and Evernham. So, really excited to see that. But tonight, we've got about, let me see how many drivers we've got going for tonight. So far, it looks like we've got 38 in the server. And let's take a look at who has been the fastest. I've been watching some practice, and Tim Schofield in the number 12 and Paul Buzzle in the number 9 seem to be the two guys topping the charts so far here in practice. Let's go see if they're out on the track. Looks like they are actually in the pits. Let's find, let's see who we've got out on the track. A lot of guys have already been turning laps, so they're just kind of getting ready, getting that mindset to go green here. We've got about 6 minutes, 13 seconds left in warm-up, and then we'll be heading into qualifying, which will be about 5 minutes, 2 laps, if they can get those in. Let's see really quick. Just trying to get some racing for y'all. All right, we'll catch this group right here. Looks like we've got, we're going to look at Neil Quick. He's 13th fastest at the moment, running a 47.177. Oh, and the 54 gets into the wall, going through the middle of 1 and 2. Looks like he gets it collected, but these guys just try to see how the draft's going to work. Got a big run there going around the 34 car. I just really want to admire these paint jobs. I'm unsure who actually painted them all, but big shout out to them, that's for sure, because they look awesome. And it looks just like they did back when they actually raced them. I thought they were all going to go and try to pit there and get that practice in. He had a 47.151. Looks like he's going to let Neil go to the inside here. Might want to get some practice pushing. That could be what he's trying to do here. As they approach the number 3 car, who is actually the car of Brian LaFountain. So I'm learning a lot of new names tonight. We have not broadcast for these guys yet, so I may mess up some names. I apologize if I do. I will do my best not to. And once again, tonight's race is, let's see if I can pull that up real quick, brought to you by Top Notch Creations. They do die-cast replicas and I can't read that other part. I'm terrible. But also R&R Racewear and Christopher Wally over at Edward Jones. So as we go on through the night, I'll be giving you all some info on those sponsors, and we thank them so much for bringing this race to you guys live. And I really, the wonderful part about these cars is the damage model that iRacing has put into place. We've not seen it across any other series, but these cars, you actually can see the parts fall off the cars. The hoods will fall off. You'll lose a tire. So damage is a real situation in these cars. So you're going to see these guys try to take care of their stuff so that way they can make it to the end. The guys are doing 150 miles tonight at this 2.5 mile track. And let's see if anybody has... let's go see if we can find Jimmy Frazier. Looks like he's in the pits. He's third fastest with a 26.608. Let's see. Let's go ride with... He's in the pits. A lot of guys are in the pits. Just kind of getting ready because they got 2.5 minutes here. Get a couple of laps in. We'll just go back to this pack with these guys. So it looks like the number 5 of that's Chris Wally. Actually, he's going to go to the outside and try to push Clark here going into turn 3. Riding that high line. I know a lot of guys like the high line. He's going to the way high line. He's running that Dale Earnhardt Jr. line. He's making it 3 wide, and he handles it very well and just takes it to the outside. We'll see some guys do that tonight. And he comes down back to the bottom, catches the draft. 3 car kind of got cut off there. He was trying to follow that same line that Chris was in, but 34 closed that gap real fast. So 3 just went ahead and dropped down to that inside line. Oh, and lap traffic gets away. You see that damage right there. That was pretty awesome. We're going to see that all night tonight. Well, hopefully not all night tonight. Hope these guys have a good, clean race. Really excited to see what kind of show these guys are going to put on for us as we approach about a minute and a half left in practice before we get this thing underway. Looks like we are at 37 entries for tonight's race. And everybody's going to be driving the Chevrolet Impalas, well, National Impalas. Oh, I'm glad you guys could watch the stream because I went to go find it and it wasn't coming up for me. All right, and we have come to the end of warm-up. Got 10 minutes for qualifying. I apologize that I thought it was going to be 5 minutes as we get underway here. We're going to ride on board with, we'll see who's out on the track. And see who we can ride along with. Looks like the 12th, Tim Schofield, who's out. Looks like he's going to get his warm-up going on. So we wait for these guys to qualify. We'll ride along here with Tim. We're actually going to, I want to give you all a view of what it's like inside the car. We're going to take a ride on the gyro as Tim comes right here through 1 and 2, coming to the back stretch. He's trying to keep it under there because he's got to get past this blue cone before he can really get out onto the track, because iRacing will penalize him, and he does not want that to happen. I've had that happen a few times. You get black flagged, you start at the back of the pack, and Daytona is not the kind of place where you're going to be starting in the back of the pack. A lot of guys prefer that because they kind of can take it easy and go from there, but Tim is doing what I typically do myself. Ride that high line, get those tires warmed up, and I'm wondering if this first lap he's going to stay to the high side, and the second lap he's going to lay it down and take it all the way down to the yellow line. We're going to ride along and see what he does here. Looks like, oh, those can't be right. For some reason my iRacing was telling me they're doing 286 going into the corner. I know that's incorrect. I'll make sure I don't use that information. It looks like Tim's going to ride that low line all the way around the track, hold it wide open, get as fast as you can around this track, because that low line is the fastest way around this track by yourself. You see he's really hugging that low line. All the way on the gas, going to come out of 4 here. See what kind of lap he throws down. As of right now, it looks like Lance Riggins is on the pole. And now Tim goes across the line, and he is 7th fastest with a 50.262. Looks like Stoney Binfield right now has the fastest lap. Let's go see where he is at. And he is on the backstretch right now. He's got a 50.024. And it looks like he just got knocked off by Vincent Short in the number 150. As Stoney comes across the line, coming out of 4. We'll see if he can beat that time that he had before of a 50.024. And across the line, he's got a 49.732. Takes him to 3rd place. Vincent Short still in that lead position. Actually, he just lost it to Brian McCann in the number 1 car. So number 1 is in number 1. Let's go see if we can, if he still, yeah, it looks like he pulled his car in. So it looks like Brian McCann right now is your fastest with a 49.679. So far, it looks like we've got about 19 drivers who have qualified as we wait for everybody else to roll off. See if we can't find somebody else to ride with. The number 92 of, Jeffrey Gullibalt coming across the line, that high line that I was speaking about. This is first lap right now. Just takes the green flag. He's going to go way to that outside. I always do this. I really feel like it really gets the car wound up for lap 2. Not sure if it actually does. Never actually scientifically went into it. But I know a lot of guys run this same thing at the super speedways such as Daytona and Talladega for their lap times for qualifying. Really close to the outside wall. You got to make sure he doesn't touch it, because that'll mess up your whole line right there. Coming down to the line, he's going to run a, see where it puts him, 50.528. But this second lap, he's going to lay it down. He's at 24th right now. But if he can hold this line, he's got to be right down on that yellow line if he wants to get a good lap and get himself out of that 24th position. Either way, I think he'll improve, because it takes about 4 to 5 tenths off when you switch that lane down to that inside. Going through 3 and 4, he's he up just a little bit from that yellow line, but I don't think it's going to affect him that much. We'll see what Jeffrey gets coming off of 4. We're going to see a lot of passes come down to this spot right here, coming to the start-finish line. Guys try to get those runs off of 4, and his time of 49.866. That's going to bring him to 19th position. These guys are running really close laps to each other. 23rd, Joshua Funkhauser, it ran a 49.987. A lot of guys running 49s. As we have 3 minutes, 41 seconds left in this qualifying session. Brian McCann still sitting on the pole in his 49.679. Great lap. And we'll see who got second. Vincent Short in the number 150. Let's see if we can't find somebody out on the track. Looks like Matt Henry might be out. Let's go take a look. Yeah, Matt Henry's making his lap. He's coming down to his first time lap. He's going to run a 50.450 for his first time around this 2.5 mile track. He's coming through 1 and 2 as he tries to run that same line that we've been watching guys run all night tonight. Fastest way around this track. Henry in that number 19 Impala. It's looking sharp black. Looks like a little gold and white. I never understood why they got rid of these this series in NASCAR. It was always fun to watch. As he's coming out of 4, coming down to his second time lap, going to have the checkered flag out here, and let's see what Matt is going to run. Matt's going to run a 49.737. That's going to move him all the way up to 7th place. A fantastic starting position here for the first race of the season. See if we got anybody else out on the track. It doesn't look like it. Looks like everybody else is going to accept their fate and start at the back. It's always a tricky task here at Daytona. Let's see. Got about a minute 44 here. So we'll. So it looks like Brian McCann's going to start on the pole with a 49.679. And then we've got Vincent Short in the number 150 in a 49.692. Third position is going to be Jesse B. King in a 49.710. Fourth position is going to be somewhere. Oh, I guess if I hit that button. Kevin McCann in the 133 ran a 49.721. Fifth place is going to be Joshua Funkhauser in the 40 with a 49.728. Sixth place will be Stoney Binfield with a 49.732. And it switched all of my information at the last minute. So the guys are gridding, getting ready to take the green flag here. I haven't decided what name I'm going to give the flagman yet. Before they get the green, I will make up a name for him. Because here at 10-4 Broadcasting, we like to give them names. I think Talladega's name's Fred. We want to welcome you guys here to the World Center of Racing here on 10-4 Broadcasting. Tonight's race is with the IROC. Oh, my button just stopped working. It's the IROC Challenge Series here on iRacing, and I'm really excited for tonight's race. We're going to have some great racing. Trying to see how many laps we've got here for tonight. Once they get gridded, it will tell me. I know they're doing 150 miles, and it just doesn't get any better than here at Daytona. Start of the season, guys are getting anxious. You know, you kind of gotta brush off the cobwebs. Not sure the last time you raced at Daytona, but racing at Daytona compared to anywhere else is really different. But in my eyes, a lot of fun. Always action-packed. Doesn't matter what series you run here. And I expect these guys to put on a great show for us tonight. As we're just waiting for them to take the grid. Let's go down pit lane. Let's see if we can't get a pit lane shot. It's not going to give it to me. There it is. Guys just waiting to get grid up. That's a lot of, I love that. A lot of drivers. It looks like 60 laps tonight is the race here at Daytona. 150 miles. They are going to have to pit. I'm not sure the pit window for them, but we will see as the night goes on when these guys start making their way onto pit road and making those changes and getting that fuel to get them to the end of the race. All right, as the guys come off of turn 2, we can see the field here. For some reason, my iRacing won't tell me. everyone's positions. I'd go through the field for you, but it looks like it's not going to let me. Weird things happen with ATVO and iRacing sometimes. I like that number 15 paint scheme out there. I like that red chrome. The pace lights are off. Looks like they're going to go green this time as the field gets together. And Brian is going to bring them down to the green flag here as we come out of turn 4, waiting for the pace car to go off down pit road. And we're going to take the green here. And here we go. And the green flag is out here at the Daytona International Speedway as we begin the 150 miles with the IROC Challenge Series. Got a really good start here. Everybody's kind of just backed off, getting their spot in the 55 of King. Gets a little loose down under the 15. Looks like he was going to push the 1, but he kind of backed off a little bit, collect his car. A lot of side-by-side racing right here. The 33 goes to the outside, or the 133 of Kevin McCain goes to the outside to get it behind Vincent Short. There's just a very small lead as they come into turn 3 and 4. And Brian just takes that lead right back really quick. And he wants to lead this first lap here at the start of the season. It's 2x2 for about the first 4 or 5 rows. It looks like Jesse B. King's going to give him a good push going into 1 and 2. Guys aren't really aggressive right now. They're just kind of taking it easy, racing it off. Get the jitterbugs out those first couple laps. You kind of get nervous racing this close together this fast with these kind of speeds. Oh, get a little loose back there in the back of the pack. See if we can't go through the back of the pack a little bit. We're going to go to the number 11. Oh, number 9. Let's see if we can't ride on board with these guys. We're right on board with the number 42 of Josh Apollos. He's in the back of this first pack. He's not completely on the throttle. He doesn't want to get into the back of the guy in front of him. He really just kind of wants to sit here and take that draft, because what's going to happen is that draft is going to help him save some fuel. It looks like we got 3 wide racing here up front. Yeah, they are 3 wide up front. Looks like number 63 as they come off of 4. Yeah, we've got 3 wide here for the lead. We've got Colt Cecil pushing Vincent Short in that middle lane. To the outside, we've got the number 33, or 133 of Kevin, and then the 35 pushing him of Ron Miller. They're getting really racy early in the race, early in lap 4. Now these guys, they don't want to damage their cars, because these cars take a beating damage-wise, and they could end up down pit road for a very long time. Holding that outside line very well. You got Chris Wally, the number 5 there in the middle of that sandwich. Oh, and the 135 is in the wall, collects himself. Nobody gets into him. He brushes that wall just a little bit. I want to see if he got any damage from that, but I don't want to leave this excitement. And that leaves the 133 all by himself to the outside. And it looks like he's going to drop in just behind Christopher Wally as they come off of turn 2. As they go 2x2, but to the outside, Jesse King wants to take that lead, and they're going to leave Vincent Short all by himself in that middle lane. I'm sorry, that was Colt Cecil that went to the outside with Christopher Wally, and the 133 just almost taps Christopher in that quarter panel. As looks like 133 is going to stick behind Short as Wally and Cecil go to that way outside and try to make that work. It was working for them previously, so we'll see if they can't make this happen. They need more guys to go up there so they get more of a push as they go through the corner. And we'll see if they can't get anybody to come up there with him. The 35, he looks like he's fine. He's staying with the draft. He's still with the pack, so I don't expect he took a lot of damage there. And it looks like Christopher Wally's going to dive down behind the 133 and just admit defeat on that outside lane. But now we just got 2x2 here in about the first 10 rows, I want to say. And let's see, we can we're going to go back to about 18th position with Jeffrey Goodpaster. Looks like these guys are just cruising along, waiting for the big one to happen here at Daytona. McDaniel's in the 32 just in front of him. And they're kind of just waiting to see how things play out, because that front pack can get dicey. So we go back to the pack. Let's go check out the number 19 of Matt Henry. He's just now at the start-finish line, so he's back a little ways from the leaders. He's about 13 seconds off of the leaders. So let's go check back in with the leaders as we see that they're still side by side. It looks like Cecil goes to the outside lane all by himself yet again, and now Christopher Wally is on that inside line behind that number 15 car of Joshua Funkhauser as they try to get this bottom line to the lead. This bottom line has so far been the place to be. That outside lane will creep up there, but it seems like when those guys get to that outside lane, they start to want to play with the idea of taking that lane all the way to the outside next to the wall. It looks like guys got a little... Oh! Cecil trying to make that run to the outside. Not sure if he just closed the gap too fast, but he decided to not stay behind Bulldog, and now he comes back down behind that number 29 car. As we are on lap 9 of 60 here at Daytona. Let's see if we can't see what the number... A couple guys already a lap down. They may have some strategy. Let's go take a look. We're going to go to the 29 car. Oh, he's actually with this pack. I'm not sure if... maybe he lost the draft and then he kind of picked it up when these guys came around to lap him. Because right now he is, it looks like a couple people are 2 laps down. Yeah. Oh no, 29 cars in 6th place. Sorry, my stats are getting all messed up. 63 had to check up there. He almost got into the back quarter panel of that 29 car. Would have sent him straight to the inside line. So, good call there. So we're 3 wide, a little bit farther back in the pack. Let's see. Looks like he thought different of that one and decided to come back down in there. As we're going to ride on board with the number 4 car of Mike Harper. See what kind of view he's got going on. Just behind the 14 car of Pettygraft. Looks like they're catching a lap traffic here on the outside as they try to hold this inside lane, and it's going to make things really complicated, I think. Let's go to the outside because they are 3 wide. Cecil's going to have to either drop back or just go into the back of that lap down car, and he's going to lose a lot of steam here. Henry just held him up, and I mean, not on purpose. He really had nowhere to go, but Cecil's going to lose a lot of spots for that one. As they collect themselves, Cecil now dropped down to that second line. Henry's still stuck to the outside. but unfortunate for Cecil, who was having a great run. Drops him all the way back to 12th. He was up as high as about 2nd or 3rd a few times here so far. I'm waiting to see, we're on lap 12, waiting to see when these guys are going to start making pit stops, because that's when mistakes can happen. And so, oh, the 9 touches the 14 a little bit. He's got Cecil to the outside, 14 to the inside. There's really nowhere for each of them to go. They're all just trying to go to the same lane at the same time. This is what Daytona is all about. These guys are showing you how it's done, how it's exciting. Oh, and the 10 car gets the inside of the 63. 96 touches the wall a little bit. Coming to the 4, cars are getting a little squirrely. You move around a lot in the draft, and the 9's going to push Riggins just a little bit. I think Paul's saying, oh, and there's a car on the wall. Cecil, the 9 touched the 29. So we're still green as we try to go see what happened with Cecil. And it looks like he's got some damage to the right side of that car. And he's, oh, these guys don't realize how slow he's going. Yeah, he's got some toe issues on that right front. He saved it. He did a fantastic job. Let's take a look at that replay. As we go back here, let's see, Cecil, apply. So you're going to see he's on the outside of the 29, touch, oh, a little net code, slams into the outside wall. Heavy damage to that 63 car. Unfortunate, because Cecil was having a great night. Man, I hate that for Cecil. Now he's dropped all the way to 20th. Let's see if we can't get another shot of that. Coming off of the backstretch here, we will give you a little slow-mo. You see, oh, maybe not. Yep, it's not going to let me slow-mo. Okay. All right, we're going to go back to the action here. Cecil still out on the track. Cecil is in 20th position as we go check in with our leaders. And they are on the backstretch going into 3 and 4, I believe. As things may calm down. Let's take a ride on the blimp. Get a good look here. 15 to the outside. Vincent Short. He's really been up front all night. Him and Brian are just been side by side pretty much this whole time since we've gone green. Just behind them, they've got Jesse B. King in the 55. In 3rd place, Kevin McCann in the 133 in 4th place. Joshua Funkhauser in 5th place. Lance Riggins in 6th place. Chris Wally in 7th. Paul Bazell in 8th position. And Kyle Pettygraft in 9th. And Mike Harper rounds out your top 10. This is your top 10 right here on the screen as we watch them from the blimp. And the yellow flag is out. Not sure what happened. We're going to have to find where that may have happened. Not sure what it was. So we're going to have to take a look around the track to see where that may have been. Not sure what caused that. Let's see. Schofield, number 12. Nope, I don't see damage there. Sorry, guys, I have to go back and... Oh, what's happening here? Trying to find where this may have happened here. 42, this group here. Oh, I see where it may have happened. this guy right here. Oh, here we go. Okay, we found the big, well, not a big one, but oh, looks like they were coming down the backstretch. This is back here at around 36th position. David Trumbly. Oh, the 6 gets into the wall. 96 runs to the back of him and just flips the hood right up. See if we can't do a ride on board with David. See Fraser, just gets touched by Apollos a little bit and just gets in the back of him and totally messes up the whole front end. And you can't see anything once that hood flies up. Unfortunate for David. He probably was trying to take the conservative route on that one. Unfortunately, he had nowhere to go. Let's see if we can't do a slow-mo here. Slow-mos aren't working for me. Maybe next time. But let's go ahead and catch up to the action here. We are lap 18 of 60. Let's head back up front as guys are coming off a pit road. Looks like we got a new car up front. Number 69 of Justin. I'm sorry, Justin, if I messed this up. Hapesill? I probably messed it up. I'll get with you after the race, Justin, and find out how to pronounce that correctly. But looks like somebody else is coming down pit road. A couple guys might be laps down. No, maybe they're just faking them out. Topping off on fuel, maybe. Let's see. Vincent Short back here in 8th position. Having a great run tonight. Let's see if I can't get one of the guys that's running up front right now. See if I can't get them in here and see how their car feels at the moment. Let's get... Oh, pace car lights are out. Okay, I'll have to wait for next caution. I'll be ready next time to get a driver interview on the caution. I don't want to talk to them as they're coming to the green because, they got to focus and pull this off. We're on lap 19 of 60. We got 41 laps to go as we come to the green flag. I'm not sure if the McCann, if they're brothers or if they're father-son. I will have to find that information out as well here, as they're going to start on the inside lane together for this restart. Let's see. As they come down here, coming out of 4, coming to the green flag. See them come across the line here. Oh, it's not going to let me. Oh, well, I guess we could see it this direction. Oh, here we go. This right here. They're coming to the green flag. Brian's going to lead them, and here they go. Green flag is in the air. We are back underway here at the Daytona International Raceway. Good, clean start. We come off into turn 1 and 2. Oh, somebody's getting in the wall a little bit there. Looks like it's the number 6. We're going to go ahead and follow these guys. Things are going to happen here. Close racing. And so far, it looks like Justin is glad that he is up here because he is taking that outside lane to the front this time by. It looks like Brian's going to lead that lap as well. Got a couple new guys up here. Jarrett Wiedner, and that looks like about it. It looks like everybody else we have had up here for almost the entire night. It looks like they're going to go 3 wide. Yes, got some guys back here 3 wide. Oh, and he touches the wall. 10 car to the outside of the 9. 9's going to try to come up and take that spot. Oh, and heavy damage back there. See if we can't get back there. Oh, as they try to avoid the mess. Not sure what was going on there. Oh, looks like yeah, 45. A couple of things happened this caution that I didn't see happening. We saw the one, but we're going to go back and take a look at this. The 45, for some reason, it's not showing me what happened with him. Cody Jorgensen. Yeah, for some reason, it will not show me what happened, so I'm not sure what the caution was for. But we're going to go back up front, because I know we had the situation with... everything's just disappearing on my screen. ATVO sometimes gets a little funky. Number 66, I think, is who I want. Yeah. So we're going to see if we can't get an instant replay of that. Oh, so it looks like... okay, I think we may have found the situation here. Stoney Binfield... so, oh, no, that's what happened. Oh, that is unfortunate. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take a ride on board with him. He's coming here through the corner. You see to that outside, he's trying to get off the wall, comes down 29 car straight into the front of his car. That is unfortunate, but we are going to catch back up with these guys and see if we can't get an interview with somebody. But first, before... I did not realize that that logo has been up this entire race. I am so sorry. Man, I don't typically do these by myself, so I really apologize to everybody watching tonight. It's a learning experience for me. But let's see if we can't get somebody up here. Before we do that, I want to remind you that tonight's race is brought to you by Top Notch Creations, R&R Racewear, and Christopher Wally over at Edward Jones. We want to thank all three of you guys for tonight's broadcast. I want to thank you guys for jumping on board for this series, the IROC Challenge Series. It's been fantastic so far, but don't go anywhere because there is still more to come. So let's go ahead and see if we can't get the leader. I don't think he's in Discord, so I'm going to have to... we're going to bring up Vince Short, because he's been having a fantastic race tonight. Hey, Vince, this is Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, bud.
Hey, man, so far your car looks really great out there. You started on the outside. How's it feel right now?
Just trying to keep a smooth line and work with the guys behind me and try to keep a straight line. That way we don't start scraggling and get everybody all over the place.
Yeah, everybody's doing a great job so far. Coming to halfway quick. So far it's been a pretty much, I mean, we've had two cautions, not bad, but the racing has been fantastic.
Yeah, I actually raced another leg earlier in the year here, so I have a little bit of note taken that I've taken from the first race and learned from it. Back the aggression down a little bit, just ride out for a while because it is a long race.
Yeah, it really is, but We're coming back to green. Just wanted to talk with you, and good luck on the rest of your night.
Appreciate it. Appreciate the broadcast too.
Thanks, Vince. All right, that was Vince Short driving the 150. As you can see on your screen, that nice red chrome look. I love that. As we come back to the green flag here, coming down the back stretch. So far, it looks like on the lead lap, we have 28 drivers on the lead lap. First car lap down is the number 66 of Stoney Benfield. He unfortunately was in that recent accident where the 29 got in the outside wall, tried to get off the wall. And sometimes when you try to get off that wall, it kind of jerks you a little bit farther than you want. And that, unfortunately, I believe may have been what happened here in that instance. But as we get ready to go back green, let's jump on the chopper. As we come out of 4, the leaders are coming to the green flag. Right now, Brian McCain is your leader, or McCann is your leader, with the number 69 of Josh Helpson right behind him. And they've taken the green flag. Brian gets a great start, but just behind Justin, that number 15 of Joshua Funkhauser got a fantastic start. I want to see if he's going to get up to the back bumper of him and get him side by side with the leader. Doesn't look like it's enough, but the number 133 of Kevin McCann goes to second place with Chris Wally behind him, and the number 9 of Paul Buzzle just behind him. And looks like the 10 car of Lance Riggs checked up a little bit. That 35 car, Ron Miller's going to the outside with the number 2 car of Neil Quick. And that outside lane is trying to pull right up next to that inside lane here. You got 42 car coming into the bottom of your screen. That's Joshua Apollos in the 13th position with John Stapleton to his outside. And the 32 now coming into the picture of Brad McDaniel. A fantastic start here on this restart as these guys are making their way through turn 1, 2. Oh, it looks like somebody got into the wall back there. There's a 34 car of Dakota Clark. Great job saving that, and everybody stayed off of each other. Looks like we've got a lot of family in here tonight. There's another Quick, Chris Quick in the number 54 back in 20th position. Just kind of taking it easy, not pushing the issue yet. We still have not reached halfway yet. We're on lap 27, coming to lap 28 here. As this pack is much tighter than it has been in previous restarts. Typically I've seen guys kind of drop back, but now guys are kind of like, you know what, we're coming up to halfway, kind of need to stay with these guys, but that can be trouble. Oh, and the 33 and the 34 touch. The 34 backed off. He didn't want to spin him, but that could have been disastrous for either of those guys and more if anything could have come out of that. But it looks like from first position to 25th, the separation is about 2 seconds over one another as we come through the tri-oval again for the 29th time. Let's ride on board with Christopher Wick, actually. It's a cockpit, and here we go. You see, oh, and we got a little, everybody's checking up, and oh, we're going to see this wreck happen right in front of us. A big wreck here, and Christopher Quick gets a little of that, and a lot of guys are messed up in this one. Oh, that is unfortunate. And he gets hit again. Oh, by the 72. Blown that front tire, the number 42. This is going to take a long time to unfold. Let's see if we can't back this up a little bit. This became a huge problem. Looked like it started up front around the number I want to say the green car of the number 2. We're gonna the other Quick, Neil Quick. We're gonna ride with him. Oh, 35 gets hit, and then 77 to him, 2 to the outside, and then he just goes for a ride. And from there, it's just everybody got collected after that one. Oh, that is unfortunate for Neil. He was having a great run, sitting there up in the front. Let's see if we're going to take a ride with the number 12 car. We're going to go on his gyro here. He's to the inside here. You see the smoke they touch up there, and the number 12, oh, in the back of 2 Clarks, actually may not have had a lot of damage. Oh, no. There, oh. That's what did him in right there. Kyle Pettygraph, hard hit to that outside wall. Unfortunate. A lot of good guys in this one. Let's go back and take another look. We're going to take a look this time from the blimp. You see the 35 car there. They all just start touching the 63, 72, the 8, the 33, the 19, 14, 11, 63. A lot of these cars are torn up now. And you see, oh, right there, Kyle, that extra hit. And it looks like, I want to go look at the 19. 19 looks like he may have made it through. Matt Henry. Let's see, he's right there. Oh, no, I thought he just made it, but he did get into the side of the 11. And we're going to go back a little bit more. We're going to go right on board with the number 83. Actually, we'll watch from the chopper from the 83. We see everything unfold right here in front of us. Actually, 83. Oh, he disappeared. Oh, he hit the wall. A lot of connection issues there with that wreck, but it is unfortunate. A lot of guys damaged in this one. Something I did not ask. I do not know if they have fast repairs tonight. Something I had not looked into. Let's see. Let's get back up to the leaders. Brian, still your leader here on lap 31 of 60. We are halfway for tonight's race. And let's see if we can't get maybe another interview. Let's yeah, we're gonna pull Christopher Wally up here. Hey Chris, it's Tim up in the booth. You got a copy? Chris, it's Tim up in the booth. You got a copy? All right, Chris must not be there. I mean, he's there. I see his car running. He's sitting in third place right now. Let's see if looks like the pace car lights are off, so we are just going to go with what we have. A lot of damaged cars in that one. Let's see where everyone stands as we are on lap 32. So now it looks like 21 cars are on the lead lap. 22nd back is a lap down or more. Cody Bullock in the number 29 is in last position, scored 11 laps down. He was in that wreck off of turn 4 where he got to the outside wall and just came down and got clobbered by 2 other guys. But we are setting up to go back green. Cautions sometimes does breed cautions, but hopefully not in this aspect as we're coming off the backstretch. I think this time we are going to ride with, we're going to go with the number 33 of Jarrett, and we're going to see. We're not going green. I just heard that on the radio. They called off the green, not sure. It looks like maybe some guys weren't in their place. Looks like the 83 to Brandon Mefford might have been the cause of that one. I see him letting people go by, as well as the number 19 of Henry. So the 2 cars dropping back as well. Cecil is still on the lead lap. I want to take a look at Cecil's car and see how he is doing. Looks like he's coming back to pit road. He does still have some damage. He's probably coming down pit road. He's trying to repair that damage as much as possible each caution. So these cautions are really helping him out. And he's actually gained about 9 positions. 10 now. He just moved up to 19th. He gained another spot. So he is coming down pit road to fix his stuff. And you see as they put some tires on that baby. Some fresh new Goodyears. And he is off and away as he's coming out of pit road. And we're going to go back to the leaders because I believe they're going to be coming to the green flag this time. As they are on the backstretch moving ever so slowly. And no one, I want to point out, no one is in the pace car. So it must be that new Tesla Ford model that pilots itself around the track. I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight, and I want to remind you that tonight's race is brought to you by Top Notch Creations, R&R Racewear, and Christopher Wally from Edward Jones. They want to thank you for tuning in tonight, and they hope that you check them out on social media and their websites. I will get those to you as the race goes on. But we are coming back to the green flag as Brian is going to lead them to the green flag yet again. Oh, and the 133 dives in there quick. I think that shows their loyalty to each other. They kind of know, I'm going to go at this point, and he kind of just drops right in. So we don't have to worry about who's going to possibly separate them. As we get started here, the number 15 of Joshua Funkhauser is on that outside lane with who we just spoke to earlier, Vincent Short on the outside. And I see also Lance Riggs taking outside. And Wally's going to come up. He's going to lose that position to the 9 car. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Wally is kind of the meat in the sandwich at the moment. But the 15 is going to come down and work with him. And now Vincent is the odd man out to the outside. And now Wally is back to the inside and back to the middle. Vincent kind of got a little scared there. Coming out of 4. And now these guys have settled down. Funkhauser is coming up on that outside lane with Riggs and Vincent behind him. And then the number 69 behind him. Oh, and I knew I heard sliding. We're going to go see what happened. Was it Cecil? I think it might have been Cecil. Actually, Brian LaFountain has some damage. Oh, big wreck back here. The number 96. Let's see if we can't. The 3 and the 34 just kind of touched him at the same time and really sent him for a loop. Let's see if we can't get a better look at this. That angle. So the 34 comes up, touches the 3. They both come down and smash right into the number 96 of David Trumbley. That looks like that may pretty well end his night with that impact to the outside wall. And that's a tough break. He was, looks like he was 3 laps down. He was just kind of riding, trying to get some positions, and unfortunately, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. So back up front to the leaders. Let's see who we could possibly pull in. Let's see if we can't get Chris back up in here. Hey, Chris, it's Tim up in the booth. You got a copy? I think he must have his Discord muted. That's okay. We will talk to David Trumbley. He was just in that accident. I want to talk to Lance Riggs. He's the number 10 car. He's been running really well tonight. Hey, Lance, it's Tim up in the booth. You got a copy? Lance, it's Tim up in the booth. You got a copy? Okay, so he didn't hear me either. So this is all new for these guys. They've not had a broadcasting team that has them on Discord ready for interviews. So that will get sorted out in time. As we approach lap 37 here of 60, we have had, I believe, let's take a look at the race summary. So we've completed 36 laps, 24 laps to go, 2 lead changes, 4 cautions for 11 laps here at the Daytona International Raceway. So we are coming down to the wire, 24 laps to go. Things are going to get a little tighter, a little more iffy. People not going to give as much room as they have been or would like to here in the early stages. But Brian McCann has led, I don't know how many laps. I want to see if I can find that out. I am unsure. But I know it's been a lot. I think the other driver that led a lap was Vincent Short. But other than that, it's been a Brian McCann show. Along with Kevin McCann right behind him. And Christopher Wally sitting in 5th. Joshua Funkhauser in 4th. Or, I'm sorry, Christopher Wally is in 3rd. Joshua Funkhauser in 4th. Paul Buzzell in 5th. Vincent Short in 6th. Mike Harper in 7th. 8th. Oh, they're getting lined up, so it's changing things on me. We've not talked about Mike Harper at all this race, and he is up there sitting in the top 10. Got a really dirty nose, a lot of marbles on it. And look how clean Brian's car is compared to everybody else's, because everybody else has been in the draft getting everybody else's dirty air, collecting a lot of that tire rubber and junk from the track. But he's got a nice clean car. That's something you do not see very often. As we are coming to the green flag, as we are on the backstretch here of lap 38 of 60, things are going to get a little more dicey. People are probably going to become impatient. I do expect that. Let's see. As they come off of turn 4, Brian's going to lead us back to the green flag. I really wonder who is going to challenge Brian at the end of this race and who is going to have what it takes to get around him, because he has been very strong on the outside. And let's see if he gets that good start. Now, see, Christopher Wally was waiting for that start. He did not let them do what they did last time, where they kind of dove behind one another. The 15 and the 5 stayed on both of them, so they couldn't work together. And this is how you kind of break teammates up later on in the race, when you don't want to have to deal with the 2 cars trying to block you so you can't get around for that win. And it looks like Kevin is getting a really good push in the outside lane. The number 9, is he going to make it 3 wide? I think he is. Yes, the number 9 is going to make it 3 wide here. Between the 4, the 9, and the 15, and the 9 just gets shoved down to the inside line. Good thing there was space, or that could have been catastrophe for these leaders. And it looks like Christopher Wally's going to go to the outside here of Brian, and the 133 is going to give Christopher a push. Is he going to go to the lead? Let's see if he can clear that number 1 car. And he clears him. He goes to the inside. Christopher Wally is your new leader. just in front of Brian. The first time Brian has had anyone in front of him all night. And we'll see how this plays out, because now we've got the number 5 in the lead with the 133 the outside, the 15 pushing him, the 150 behind him, and the number 10 behind him. Those 3 guys have been to the outside lane most of the night. And now these 2 teammates, the 133 and the number 1 car, kind of got to come up with a new game plan here to see if the 1 can maybe jump to that outside lane and be behind him. Or is the 133 going to be able to find space between him and the 4 and dive down inside of there? Things have calmed down now that we've taken the green flag. Things have settled out as these guys have headed into turns 1 and 2. Coming off of turn 2, the 133 has a really good run, but it's not going to be enough because that 15 car just could not stay behind him. And let's, we're going to ride with, there's a certain camera I'm looking for, and I don't see it. Wait, maybe this is it. That is not the screen. That's not what I'm looking for. Huh. There we go. You see, these guys are really packed tight together. A couple of stragglers back there, but I believe that they are a few laps down. The number 2 of Neil Quick and the number 55 of Jesse B. King. Kind of just keep that draft so they could possibly get the wave around if a caution does come out. And you know what? I'm going to give you guys the honor of something that I love hearing on TV. We're going to do a Crank It Up IROC series style right here on 10-4 Broadcasting. Okay, we are back here. Oh, it looks like some debris is flying. Not sure what happened there. I see a car spinning out. Let's try to catch that. No caution. Oh, caution did just come out. See if we can't get an instant replay of what may have happened. I'm not sure who it was. I thought it was on the backstretch. Oh, I think I missed it. Hold on, it's this it is very mad at me at the moment, so I apologize. Let's see if we can go to the 81 of Ken Harper. Yep. Actually, it doesn't. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, I'm having some technical difficulties with the camera angles at the moment. It's not letting me go back and check that wreck out. So we're going to go back up to the front. As these guys come around for the 46th lap. And Wally is still leading. Chris Wally, Brian McCann in second, Kevin McCann in third, Mike Harper in fourth. And the number 2 car is getting it looks like he's getting a lap back. Let's take a look. Yeah, Neil Quick is now back on the lead lap after some unfortunate events he has had tonight. That is a sigh of relief for him. And we are on lap 46 of 60 here tonight. This is the iRacing IROC Challenge Series at Daytona, brought to you by Top Notch Creations, R&R Racewear, and Christopher Wally at Edward Jones. I want to give a big shout out to all 3 of our sponsors for tonight. I want to thank you guys for jumping on board and bringing the action here on 10-4 Broadcasting as we are ramping up for what I believe is going to be a exciting finish tonight. And I'm really wondering how it's going to go down, because it's just going to be a wild finish as always here at Daytona as they get ready to line up here. Brian's car still looks pristine. Everyone else's is dirty. I think he's getting out of the car and washing the car on these caution laps. And he's trying to pull a Dale Earnhardt. Oh, I see a little, okay. I see a little dirt on the front of this car now. As we are coming to the back stretch, back in the pack. We've not talked about oops. Why is it not doing what I want it to? Let's talk about Hunter Clark. It's a nice paint job there, sitting behind the number 78 of Evan Faust. As we get started here, Stapleton looks like he's trying to get to his position on the track. As everything is getting lined up, we're going to be going green this time. I like that chrome. I don't know if it's pink or purple. Either way, it's nice. 68 trying to get into his spot as we come off the turn here. Now Christopher Wally is going to be in charge of this restart. And we'll see what he does, because is the 133 going to let that number 1 car drop down in front of him? Or is there going to be space between that 4 and 1 to where the 133 can jump to the outside? Christopher Wally has taken the green flag is here at Daytona to approach lap 48 or 48. Oh, a lot of checking up going on back there. And like I thought, the number 1 gave a push, got in behind the 5, gave a push, going to go to the outside, tried to use that to his advantage. The 133 not decided where he's going to go yet. Then the caution flag is out. I thought that might happen. I saw things get dicey back there. And it stopped working. Uh-oh. I don't know why this keeps happening. Apply. Alright, so now we're going to go back. So you see here, looks like the... Oh, bad start there. The 4 gets really loose. And we're going to go to the number 9. I think number 9 is where it headed. Yeah, he touches, comes down. They start touching. And then the 78, we just spoke about him, gets into another vehicle and causes a huge wreck. It gets into the 69. 69 is having such a good run. 78 gets a huge run on the 33 there. Goes to the inside of the 69. 69 does not know he's there. His spotter did not tell him. He gets into short, goes to the outside. They touch, and then chaos erupts. Riggs is into the 32, the 33, the 11, the 77, the 42, just a whole bunch of cars. Let's see if we can get right on board with the 42. As we took the green flag here. We're right on board. He's going to the outside. He can see the wreck happen up in front of him. He lets off. He's not on the gas. Somebody disappears. He tries to make it through. Oh, head-on collision there. And that possibly could have ended his night tonight. And let's give a shout out to the number 63, Colt Cecil, who was in that early situation where he got into the wall. Looks like he got a little damage off of this wreck as well. But Colt Cecil in the number 63 is riding in 14th position on the lead lap, just behind Dustin Buck. And it looks like Dustin got a little piece of that action on that last crash as well. And it looks like Colt is going to come down pit lane to service his vehicle. We are on lap 50 of 60. The laps are winding down. The tension's getting tighter. Just a lot of cars on pit road right now trying to fix that damage, get back out there and make some ground up and get some points as Cecil makes it to his pit box. Let's check it back up front. I'm not sure who has the lead. Brian actually has the lead coming out of that caution. I'm actually really surprised of how that went down. And that must have been when he dove to the outside of Wally to take that lead. So now it's going to be Brian to the inside, Wally to the outside, and Brian's going to have his help back, Kevin, in the number 133. And behind Chris will be the number 15 of Joshua Funkhauser. I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight. I want to remind you that tonight's race is the iRacing IROC Challenge Series at Daytona International Speedway. Starts off the season right here in Daytona Beach, Florida. And it is brought to you by Top Notch Creations, R&R Racewear, and Christopher Wally at Edward Jones. Looks like the pace car lights are out as we get lined up for this green flag. And it looks like right now 16 drivers are on the lead lap. And the last car on the lead lap is Colt Cecil. Colt Cecil and Evan Faust in the number 78, who was involved in that recent accident, is the first car a lap down. You can see our field here as people try to get situated. Looks like the 69 didn't get too much damage. He's actually sitting, Justin is sitting in 13th place back there at the very top of your screen, just under the scoreboard. And another car we've not talked about tonight, Dustin Buck, sitting in 10th position. He's avoided trouble so far. Got a solid run going on right now. He does have a little damage from that last accident, but it's rear end damage. Just under 10 laps to go. Just try to make it to the end of this race, because a lot of these guys look really damaged, and it looks like they've had a rough night. So we'll get ready to go back green here. Going to go back up front to Brian. Brian's going to be in control of this restart here. Wally to his outside with the 133 behind him, and they're going to get a great start because they know when the other person's going to go. And Wally's going to lose second position to the 133. Is he going to be able to dive down in front of that 4? No, he's going to stay to the outside with the 15 and the 9 pushing him. But that, oh, he is going to squeeze himself in there. Is he going to stick? Oh, got a little loose. These cars are very loose at this track. He's going to the outside. These guys are trying to, Wally back to the outside, jumps up in front of the 15. The 4 car goes to the inside. Harper trying to get behind that 133 as cars are kind of getting spaced out here. We've got a front pack of about 5 to 7 because the 9 and 15 can still get their draft. And then it kind of breaks into a second pack. Oh, and it goes to the outside wall. I believe he saved it. Yeah, everything looks like it was the 19. That was the 32 of Brad McDaniel. Got into the outside lane. And we're going to go back up front because this battle is heating up because now we have some new drivers that have arrived. The number 12 car of Tim Schofield has arrived, and Neil Quick in the number 2, who, if I'm not mistaken, the 2 previous cautions got his lap back. He is in the top 10 coming to fight for the win here at Daytona. And it looks like he's running that outside lane, and that second pack is reeling this first pack in as they race side by side. And Wally is trying so hard to make that outside lane work. But the problem is he doesn't have enough guys pushing him right now. He's trying to get, the 9 is catching up, the 2 is catching up, but the problem is that inside lane has 2 more cars than they do, so it is going to be very hard for them to overtake that inside lane with just those 4 guys. And the caution flag is out. Oh, I see a wreck back there. See if we can't go see who that is and what has happened. It looks like the number 66 of Stoney Binfield. Let's see if we can't get a replay as to what happened there. We'll ride on board with him. Is he coming out forward? Oh, the wreck's already happened in front of him. Oh, it looks like Colt Cecil. Oh, and he just gets clipped. Who was that? That, I don't understand how that happened. Let's take a look. Oh! The 42 of Apollos comes out of nowhere. Binfield would have been fine. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm unsure. We're going to have to ride on board with the 42 to maybe possibly get an understanding here. All right, we're riding on board with Josh. Okay, he's not letting up. I still hear him on the gas. Still on the gas. Still on the gas. Lets up now and too late. And just gets into the 66 car of Stoney Binfield. Stoney was just minding his own business before that happened. And let's see if we can't go back. We're going to go to Cecil, Colt Cecil here. See what happened with him, because it happened around these guys right here. Frazier's behind Cecil. The 54 is disappearing and reappearing. Cecil goes to the outside. He's 3 wide. Oh, the 69 clips him and sends him for a ride, and then that's where Cecil just ends up spinning and coming to a stop on the backstretch. Tough night for Cecil here as we are 5 laps to go here at Daytona. Pace lights are still on. Man, what a race this has been. As we are waiting for the pace lights to go out, I want to give a huge shout out to all the guys in the IROC Challenge Series. You guys are doing a fantastic job putting on a great show for everybody watching. And I'm excited to how this is going to end. How this is going to work out is Brian is going to be starting first with Kevin on the outside, and Chris is going to be starting behind Brian on that inside lane, and the number 15. No, the number 4 will be starting in the outside lane. So the number 4 of Mike Harper has been slowly making his way up to the front, with the 15 behind him of Joshua Funkhauser, and who we spoke to earlier, Vincent Short, in that 150 just behind him. That rounds out your top 6. Got Paul Bunzil in the number 9, or in the 7th position. Tim Schofield in 8th. Neil Quick in 9th, who was a lap down a couple of cautions ago. Dustin Buck still sitting 10th position. Chris Quick in 11th. Justin Halpist in 12th, and Brad McDaniel 13th, Simon Gill in 13th, and Brandon Mefford in 14th is your last car on the lead lap. 14 cars on the lead lap, 4 laps to go here tonight at Daytona. If you got a seatbelt anywhere near you, you might want to put it on, because you're going to have to buckle up for what's about to happen at the end of this race. Brian, I don't know how they're going to get around Brian with Kevin up there, but the entire rest of the guys out on the track are going to have to go around these two themselves, because these two have been so strong all night. Kevin has made sure that nobody has been getting by Brian, except for Wally got by him at one point, but he had plenty of help, and that is the issue that we're going to see here as we come to the green flag. We're going to ride on the blimp as we come. Actually, we're going to see how this looks coming across the line here. It's going to be 3 to go as soon as they cross the line this time. And I can imagine that Brian is going to get a good jump, so that way the 133 can just dive to the inside and get right behind him. And the green flag is out, back underway, and Wally stays right on the back bumper of that number 1 car. He is not going to let him get away from him. And Wally's going to make it 3 wide. Going into turn 2, he thinks different of it, comes back down, tries to go to the outside. The 133 is now away from his teammate. The 15 behind the 1. The 5 goes to the outside. He's going to get a push from the 133, but the 133 says, no, I'm going to go to the outside. And now no one's working with them. The 5 clears the number 1 car, 3 wide, coming down the backstretch. The 133 is still somehow on the outside all by himself, but now he is going to fall back because he doesn't have the help going into the corner. Now Mike Harper going to the outside with the number 12 of Tim Schofield there. Oh, 69 car down, going to the pits, I believe. Might have been some penalties there, I'm not sure. And now Vincent's going to look to the outside, stay down. We've got 2 laps to go. Christopher Wally in the lead, Mike Harper to the outside. Brian, who has dominated this race, on the inside right behind Wally. He's going to need help if he's going to want to get back around Wally. And is it going to happen here? He's going to go to the outside. He's in front of that outside lane. He's now being pushed by the 4. He's going to clear Chris, I think. No, Chris fights back to the inside, right at his quarter panel, now at his door. The 15 car of Joshua Funkhauser is going to push him, and we're going to come down to the white flag this time by. It's going to be a photo finish. Brian gets a huge push coming through the tri-oval, but Wally's going to fight back. He's got Joshua pushing him, and Schofield is out on the outside lane. He was fast in practice. He's not been talked about all race. And now is Mike Harper going to go to the outside? He's going to push the number 1 car. He's pushing the number 1 car. A huge push off of turn 2. But is it enough to get around Wally? Because Wally is still there on the inside. The 133 goes to the outside, trying to get around the 12 car. Oh, and they touch! Harper touches the 12, and now it's a shootout between the 1, the 5, and the 133, the final lap. Here goes Wally to the outside. The 133 is he going to go with him? Is he going to push Brian? What the 1 car, the 2, I think the 5 car just beat Brian. As they come to the start finish line, Wally is going to take home the win, just beating Brian by .019 at the line. And Brian even tried to use the yellow line and go below it and try to, cut the shorter part of the track. But Christopher Wally is your winner, and he's taking it home tonight. He just beats out the teammates of Brian McCann and Kevin McCann. And I want to go back and watch this again, because this was a wild finish. We're going to go to the chopper. Actually, no, we're going to go to the blimp. And you can see guys start getting dicey back there. And we're going to go to the 12 car. And you can see they just start piling up. Oh. And Harper was having such a good race. And they're still wrecking after they're getting around that one. And then let's go back and see. We're going to ride on board with the 133 as we see this battle unfold. You see Wally go to the outside, gets a run here right off of 4. Brian to the inside trying to see if he can beat him, and just at the line, Wally is going to take home the win here tonight. Wow, what a race. Fantastic. And see if he did some burnouts for us. He did, okay. Fantastic job, you guys. Fantastic race. Let me see who is here in. See if we can't get to Schofield. Looks like we've only got Christopher Wally here, so let's go ahead and bring him up. Hey, Christopher Wally, this is Tim up in the booth. You got a copy? Hey, Chris, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Oh, there we go. Hey, man, what a fantastic race. I didn't know if you were going to be able to pull off what you did, because these two, Brian and Kevin, were they were locked all night together, and every time there was a restart, they would, leave just enough room for the other person to get in, like teammates do. But when you started to realize that, I noticed that you were whoever you were behind, you were on their bumper, so that way that couldn't happen. Take me through that final restart.
Yeah, so going back to the second to last restart, I messed up and let Kevin get in right behind Brian and just saw them drive away. So that last restart, you obviously knew you had to stay right on the bumper. Me and Kevin got into each other somehow. Don't know if it was on me or on him or just a racing incident. So that kind of shook things up a little bit, allowed us to get away from Brian, and then got a nice little run there.
Yeah, that was, and then you just missed that big one in the middle of turn 3 and 4 from about third place back, and then it became a dogfight between you two. I really thought he was going to try to block you, but he kind of let you go out there, and I just didn't know if you cried, but you had a fantastic run off of 4.
Yeah, man, I saw him wrecking behind me. Definitely thought I was about to get clipped there. And same point you made there. I thought Brian was going to move up the track, make me have to dive back low if needed. But he let me have it, and so I took it, and it was a drag race to the finish.
Well, fantastic race by everyone tonight. Not a lot of cautions, and it was just all around fantastic for me to watch. And to come into the season with the win of the first track, that's got to make you feel good.
Oh yeah, kind of makes us feel like we started up right where we left off. ended up winning season 1 championship, so it's a good momentum going in.
Okay.
We still got some things to clean up to get everything going the right way, make sure this whole season goes smooth, but definitely happy to come out of here with a win.
Yeah, no, and it'll carry over into next week, and I can't wait to see what else you guys are going to do. So congratulations on the win. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, definitely, man. Top Notch Creations, R&R, Racewear. We've got some members in here, Kyle Pendergraph, Matt Henry, that have done a lot to help this thing go. Matt Zaccardo, past member that's helped this deal out, and many others. We couldn't do this thing without all these guys, so I appreciate their trust in me and our crew and putting this thing on, and hopefully we can have a good season moving forward.
Yeah, well, congratulations on your win, Chris, and we will see you next week.
Absolutely.
Oh, I accidentally cut him off. But thanks for watching, everybody. Fantastic race here tonight. Christopher Wally is going to take home the win just barely. He just edged him out, and that's how you want to win these things. No matter the tiniest decimal point of a win, you'll take it. And before we go, I once again want to reiterate what Chris said. A huge shout out and thank you to Top Notch Creations, R&R Racewear, and your winner, Christopher Wally over at Edward Jones. From everybody here at 10-4 Broadcasting, we want to thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Have a great night, everybody.